Hi everybody, it's Janet here again in my kitchen making some dessert. I was planning on making dessert at the end of that meal that I made earlier with the salmon and the vegetables, but I kind of got interrupted because it smelled so good in here. I couldn't keep going and make the dessert. I had to stop and eat. I was just carried away with all those aromas of rosemary and maple and the herbs, and it just was so delicious. I think if you had someone in your family who doesn't like vegetables and you do them up that way, it kind of starts to be like eating candy, even though there's no real sugar in it. So yeah, no wonder Spencer was on a roll last winter making those for his dorm or his residence at university every week, his apartment I guess it was. Yeah, so tonight I am making a crisp. Now, a lot of you ask about cobblers all the time, and here it's very common to make apple crisp or blueberry crisp or rhubarb crisp, and I am making, some people call that a crumble, but I am making a peach rhubarb crisp here this evening. So I've got a square pan to put it in for the oven. Pretty one that my friend gave me as a gift actually, and I've got some peaches cut up and ready, and then I have those are about 5 peaches, and then I've got a cup or so of rhubarb that I'm going to throw into that. My oven is at 350, and I'm thinking this is going to take maybe 45 minutes to cook. I'll keep an eye on it and see when it starts to bubble. Now, I'm going to just mix in with this some cinnamon and some nutmeg. So I just do like Lisa does, kind of throw a bunch in my hand, maybe a tablespoon or more into that mixture. And then the nutmeg, I will use less. So yeah, I don't know, half a teaspoon, something like that. So I am not doing the sugar thing, so I am just going to stir that around a little bit to get that dispersed a bit. And if you are a person who loves sugar, then a lot of these dessert recipes are about a cup of sugar or so you would just throw that in at this point. So I did not grease my dish. I'm good with it the way it is, and I'm just going to throw that down in here. I was really just using this bowl as I was chopping, and you know what I'm doing? I have a pot on the stove that these fruits were washed, and I saved the skins and the pits of the peaches, and I'm going to put some water over it and boil that. And I decided I would make some peach flavored juice out of that I'll strain, and I'm going to use that for my water drinks. I'm going to put it in the fridge and use what comes off of it, so that I'm making use of those parts that would normally just be put in the green bin. Okay, so that's that part, and now I am going to do the same trick that I did when I was making the strawberry rhubarb pie. Because I don't have any sugar in there, I am just going to put a little bit of tapioca over the top of it, so that if it's super juicy, the juices are kind of gelled up into the liquid, isn't too runny. It sets up nice. So there, just a sprinkle of that, and now for the crumble. So in this bowl, I have equal parts flour and oats, and I used quick oats, and I guess I had about 3/4 of a cup of each, 3/4 of a cup of oats and 3/4 of a cup of all-purpose flour. I was gonna go all Janet on you and use my funky pancake cookie mix flour, but I decided, nah, I'm gonna make this like my mom used to and use the white flour. So next into this mixture, I am going to put a 1/4 cup brown sugar, but you could use a sugar substitute if that's what you like, or you could white sugar. And that is good. My brown sugar was good. Sometimes it hardens up in all the humidity that we have. Some people have tricks for how to keep the brown sugar soft. I think my mom used to put a piece of orange in or something. Maybe you have a trick that you can name about how you keep your brown sugar soft on these humid days. I saw that Winterford put the temperature in North Carolina today, where she and Lisa live, 108 Fahrenheit, and tomorrow in Nova Scotia, the temperature plus the humidity will feel like that very same temperature. So it's a sticky one. Okay, and into this crumble now goes my butter. And I took cold butter out of the fridge, and I had a 1/4 cup of it, and I chopped it up in cubes on the plate just so it'd be easier when it goes in here. And I'm just kind of running a knife through it. You can use a fork, you could use a pastry knife, and just trying to get some of that dry mixture to stick to it. Now, I think I'm going to put a little bit of cinnamon into the crumble as well. Put some right down on my fruit because I'm not putting any sugar in there. So I'm using it twice. I'm using it up here. It's going to darken this up a little bit as well and give it some color. So another teaspoon or so of that in there. All right, now with my clean hands, I am going to do the rest. That butter. Give it a little boost. Yeah, squish it together. Yep, that works. So it's not exactly the coolest day of the year to have the oven on, but it's cooler here today than it will be tomorrow. Today was a gray day, and I decided it was a day that I have the oven on. There we go. It's got that crumbly kind of consistency, and I'll bring it up for you to see in the camera. So, all right, that is going to go over the top. I think that when I eat a meal like I did tonight, which is fish and those vegetables, and really the only starchy vegetable was sweet potato. Of course, sweet potatoes aren't as starchy and not as high on the glycemic index, I guess we say, in funky scientific language, as the other kinds of potatoes are. Sweet potatoes are better for you, I guess, in some ways. So it's a great night when I'm having fish and veggies to have some dessert. And this I might go easy on myself and have yogurt on top of it. Or I may pull out that tub of French vanilla ice cream that's in the freezer and go all out. So there we go. I'll be putting that in the oven and watching it, and that's what it looks like right now, and I think it's going to be delicious, the combination of those two fruits together. But even if it was just peaches alone or whatever fruit you got on the go, but making an easy crumble to go on the top makes it delicious. Thank you very much, and we'll see you again soon. Bye bye.